and it's like, let's get back to the fighting. That was better.
Yeah.
But I love Bleach. I love how in the Bleach universe they kind of incorporate the Spanish in there, like the little Latin flavor, and like everything has a Spanish name to it, like espadas. Ooh, I'm espada numero siete, number siete. Ooh, I'm ocho. You know, and it's really cool how they do a lot of anime series, but like the way they did it in Bleach was really cool. Overall, Bleach is awesome. I'll definitely revisit that, but there are a lot of you can skip. I still feel like Naruto's still going strong. I don't feel like they're trying to stretch it out indefinitely. And I mean, I don't know, like that's one of the few shows where when they kill off a character, like it does a number on me. I'm like, I need to take a drink or pray, meditate, something, go for a walk. And it's like, damn, that was heavy. Like for a show that started off so silly and lighthearted and ridiculous, you know, I like some stuff happens and I'm like, oof, the betrayals and the twists and, you know, I don't know. I think it has a lot of quality in there. But I can see why people may not be into it. But if you love ninjas, and if you could put aside some of the annoying voice acting in there, and some of the tropes, like the fact that Naruto always says "date bayo," you know, believe that, which is what that's what it translates to in English, which it really doesn't. But "date bayo," you know, like what's "date bayo"? He says "date bayo" at the end of everything. You know, he's like "Ohayo gozaimasu, date bayo." Like what? You know what? What is this? You know, if you get past those little cringe-worthy parts, it's one of my favorite anime series of all time, if not my number one.
Like, even that wouldn't drive me nuts, because, like, I watched Prince of Tennis, and, you know, at the end of, like, at least once per episode in Prince of Tennis, he always throws his racket over his shoulder and goes, "You've got a ways to go."
So what's the main hang-up with Naruto, then? Like, some of the stuff you just mentioned, like Fairy Tail... Did you like Hunter x Hunter?
Yeah.
And you don't like Naruto? Wow.
Yeah, the thing I think what it is is that there's three major parts that have kind of ruined Naruto for me.
Okay.
One, it seems like with Naruto there's a overly rabid fan base.
I can see that.
There's a fan base that it's like, if you're just trying to get into Naruto and you're like, oh, hey, you know, what is this person? Like, you know, like at one point I remember I saw a picture of Sasuke and I was like, so wait, who is this? And they're like, oh, there's like 400 episodes of story I would have to tell you to explain exactly who this person is and how they've developed.
Okay, so I'll give you a point there, like that elitism, and that's not a Naruto issue. That's a problem with any creative work that has a really almost fanatical fan base. You know, like, and fanatical, not just fans. They have fanatics that are just
right.
You know, really hardcore about it. And that elitism is, you know, people. If you love something, someone's trying to get into it, and they're more casual about it. Just give him the skinny. Don't give him that attitude like, well, really, we'd have to start from the beginning. I don't have time for that. Like that's I don't like that. And then it's kind of creepy too. The people that take it to an extreme, and it's like it can turn you off. That usually turns me off. But that's how much I love Naruto. That does not turn me off when I go to like a fan event or a meetup. You know, the rare times that I do. I still try to enjoy the experience there, and I filter out the people that bring that douchebaggery to it. All right, so what else you got? What else are your hang-ups?
All right.
But I've always been curious about this. Obi's probably like, I'm not gonna get involved in this discussion.
For me, Naruto kind of like, there are certain tropes that it follows almost beyond what I can. There's certain stuff I can handle. Okay, I can handle that. The hero will win. You will have some sort of catchphrase.
Mm-hmm.
You know, every now and again there'll be that big conflict of, oh no, I didn't win, but now I'm gonna work harder and come back and win again.
Oh, wait. So hold on, real quick. Do you have a problem with the trope of an unlikely hero that through almost just sheer charisma alone conquers everything? Is that something that bothers you usually?
It's not. That doesn't even bother me. Cause
okay.
Like I said, I watched Prince of Tennis. I watched Shikiro no Go, stuff like that, where the hero just overcomes. But it's like,
how do you feel about Luke Skywalker?
Eh.
That's not even fair, dude.
I mean,
this,
I'm okay with Luke Skywalker, I guess, but there's so many more people I enjoy in the Star Wars universe over Luke Skywalker.
yeah, everyone
Yeah, I
else.
said it. Take that to the bank, Mark Hamill fans.
Everyone else kind of carries Luke Skywalker.
Not
Yeah.
the center of the universe, all right? Han Solo, awesome.
Yep.
Chewbacca, like a boss. Luke Skywalker, little whiny. Oh no, lost my hand. Gonna cry about it.
Yeah. And Naruto's not quite as bad either.
Really? I
I
lost
said
my
it.
hand. I'm gonna cry. Really? Come on. That's not even fair.
Come on, dude. He used a lightsaber. It auto-cauterized. I'm sure it hurt for like a week, but after that, okay.
That's not even fair.
You get the Force, and you're crying about your hand. You could You could float a cup with your nub and drink out of it. What do you need
Yeah.
your hand for?
That's true.
That's not even.
But see, Harry Potter's the same way too. Like Harry Potter to me is a bumbling idiot. It's the Harry Potter books are not really about him. It's about everyone else that carries him throughout the stories. I mean, with our Hermione,
I
like
hate to say it, and people will get mad, but I've always felt like the Harry Potter books were more about Neville.
you know, Neville was supposed to be the one that the prophecy was about.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I
Yeah.
always felt like they were a little bit more about Neville than they were about Harry Potter. Like,
In the movies, they give him such a bit part. It's so sad.
compared to where he was in the books, absolutely.
Really?
Yeah.
Neville was. Dang, I didn't even know that.
Yeah, he's what's his last name? Longbottom.
Yeah, Neville Longbottom.
Yeah, he was in the books, and I noticed because my wife forced me to listen to the audiobook so many times, so it's ingrained in me that he's mentioned so much more in the books, and like in the movies, he doesn't rise to the occasion until the very end, and then he becomes like really epic, and then but it's like, oh, it's a little too late, right?
Right, but in the books, like from Order of the Phoenix on, Neville was kind of a beast. Like, he was a monster.
Yeah, and Harry Potter, he only learned like one spell, Expelliarmus. That's the whole thing.
Like, yeah. He's literally, if Harry Potter was a Magic player, all he would play is Blue Decks. Just counterspell.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. Yes.
Mana Leech.
And you just get
Counterspell.
you would just lose the battle just because you're just so frustrated. It's like, stop stalling. I'm obviously better than you.
Like, yeah, he's playing for the deck out. That's what he's doing.
Now, I'd be loud in the chat says, how about Riddick as a character? That's on a whole different level. Riddick is just like a one-man army. We're talking about incompetent heroes. But see, the difference between Naruto, Harry Potter, and Luke Skywalker is that Naruto actually develops multiple skills and gets more well-rounded. Like, he's not a one-trick pony.
See, here's the thing. When I think of Riddick, all I gotta say about it is teacup. All right, teacup.
And that fits our show, but what?
Did you not see that?
No! Is this like a parody type thing?
No, like Riddick is there. Okay,
Ah,
there's a
I missed
scene
it.
in Riddick where he's in Supermax, and the other prisoners are going at they're ready to fight him, and he sets down his teacup.
Oh, right. Yeah. That's right.
Yeah, and then after he does exactly what he says he does, he puts his toothpick down next, and everyone just kind of backs off.
Now, Obi, do you like Riddick? Do you think he's a good hero? Or a good anti-hero, shall we say? 'Cause that's what I'd be allowed saying, the anti-hero.
And it's
Yeah,
true.
he's
I
not
love
really
Riddick.
a hero. Yeah, but
Yeah.
yes, I do.
I would,
I
see,
just
that's a
want his
good...
eyes. Sorry,
Yeah, his eyes are pretty sweet.
unless I'm in like California or something. That kind of sucks.
That would stink. And someone drops a flash bomb. Oof, not a good time.
Oh yeah, it was a sardine key. It wasn't a toothpick. That's
But
right.
just if I could, just think
Sardines?
about
Okay.
Yeah, like one of the keys that you open the sardine cans with. Yeah, he sets down a sardine key.
Good memory. Wow. And then Loki. Loki's kind of an anti-hero too.
I'm diehard about my anti-heroes. I mean, we're talking Deadpool, Punisher, V from V for Vendetta, freaking all about the whole Suicide Squad. Like, I'm waiting for that movie.
Man, so let's bring it back to anime.
Oh,
so
okay.
so anti-heroes. You know what? I would say, let's get a segue here. Tokyo Ghoul is kind of good if you like the anti-hero. Because you're kind of conflicted about who you support, like who's the real bad guy. You know, it's one of those shows where it's not so black and white, it's not so cut and dry. You know, you're kind of watching it like I don't know who I'm rooting for anymore. Did you get Tokyo Ghoul? Obi, did you get into Tokyo Ghoul?
No.
Oolong, did you?
Of course.
Did you watch Route A, the continuation of the original series?
No.
You gotta watch
There's
it.
a continuation. Hold on.
Yeah, bro.
I'll be back. Give me a moment.
Yeah.
To the interwebs.
Because you watched the one that it was only 13 episodes, right?
Yeah.
Route A continues from the very end of that. It's full continuity.
Oh my gosh.
Yes. So another thing we have to report on next week.
Yes.
In 2 weeks.
I've got so much to watch.
And ooh gosh, I'm getting chills just thinking about it. The things that happen, like the series you saw, the original Tokyo Ghoul anime, is a lot more lighthearted compared to what happens in Route A. And then they have some spin-off series, but those are kind of hard to come by. I think they have one called Jack, and there's another one, and then they have the manga, which is still continuing the story, which is called Tokyo Ghoul :RE, and that's ongoing, and hopefully they're gonna make an anime on that soon, because it's apparently, you know, the series has done very well, and it's a fan favorite, and a critical darling, so not just a cult following. Yeah.
By the way, speaking of amazing anti-hero, well, semi-anti-hero, I guess, in this anime, problem children are from another dimension, aren't they?
Oh, wow.
Like, I found that anime not too long ago, freaking fell in love with it.
Oh, hold up. Stop the presses.
Oh, what's this?
You know what? We're not friends on Tempachi. But is it pronounced Tempechi? Do you have that? The Hummingbird app?
No.
Everybody that is listening to this, if you're into anime, download, if you look up Hummingbird or Tenpechi, it's TenPechii, if I'm not mistaken. But if you look up Hummingbird, it might be easier. It's an app that lets you friend other anime lovers and compare your watch lists, your libraries. You could tag things on hold. You could drop things from your library if it's really that bad. Rate them, leave reviews. People can see your stream and see what you're currently watching and what your progress is. It's really neat. It's kind of janky in terms of usability, but it like once you like get around the awkwardness of the app, it's really cool. So we need to do this.
I'm good.
No, Obi, you should get on there too and follow me. I'm YogiZilla on there. All of us need to do this, because then we can compare what anime we're watching, and when we have something obscure that we come across, we can see it in each other's feeds.
But see, I don't have a smartphone. I got a dumb phone.
No, you can do it on the website, hummingbird.me.
Okay, hold on.
Yeah, it has a website, hummingbird.me. I'm glad because you mentioned that anime, and that's one I started to watch because I saw someone else was watching it, and I forgot about it completely because I got sidetracked or whatever happened. So if we were friends on Hummingbird, I'd be able to see that you're watching it, and then boom.
Yogi got sidetracked? Oh no.
So now I'm gonna have to do this. That's gonna be a thing I have to do. I'll probably do it after the show.
Yeah, because it'll make it a lot easier for us to keep up with each other's things. Because even I Be Loud, you need to get on there too, because she's talking about a few things in here: Vampire Princess, Alucard, The Major. Oh, she said, would you consider Afro Samurai anime?
Absolutely. Even though a lot of people mark it as anime, I still treat it as anime.
Yeah, I think anime's become more about the style than where it originates from. Like when people look at Afro Samurai, it's very much anime influence, and they say, "Oh, that's Western." The elitists say that, and I'm like, "No, I'd put it in the anime family." But where am I? Where? What'd you say? I Be Loud? You can't hear me now? That's weird. But yeah, so we have to come back to Tokyo Ghoul and Beelzebub to see what your impressions are there. And I would say I'd recommend watching Tokyo Ghoul from the beginning and then watching Route A, so it's fresh in your mind. That's what I had to do, and I only did it recently, so we could talk about it while it's fresh in both of our minds. What else do we have here? World Trigger. You guys get into this yet?
World Trigger, no.
World Trigger. Hold on, I'm putting the link to Hummingbird in the chat. World Trigger is the one where aliens invade a city in Japan called Miyako City, and then there's like a hidden division of the government that was training all this time for one such occurrence, and they fight back the alien invasion, and then they end up using the alien technology against the aliens themselves. They call them triggers, and it's basically alien technology that's retrofitted so that it'll sync with human physiology, and it gives you kind of like superpowers, and it's pretty neat. I like it a lot. It's more of like standard fare in terms of, you know, it's action and epic storytelling. But what's nice about it is that the hero is very much an unlikely hero, and his powers are not the usual like strength and charisma. He's more of like a Batman, where it's more about intelligence. Well, Batman now is like a freaking ninja mixed with Iron Man, but that's a whole other thing. But, you know, more like a classic Batman, where his superpower is his super genius and resourcefulness, right? So that's kind of what I think of when I see the protagonist in World Trigger. And that's another one that has a really great cast of characters. So, and I would liken it to, I won't say Naruto again, but I'll say Fairy Tail. Oh, I already said Naruto by saying it. I won't say Naruto again. I said Naruto. Oops. Naruto. I know. What's another one that's good? Attack on Titan kind of has that similar thing where there's a lot of awesome characters in there. When are they making the second series? I noticed that they greenlit series 2. When is that coming out? Do you know anybody? Oolong?
No clue.
Did Soul Eater finally come out with another series?
I'm sitting here going, there's so many I'm waiting on, but that's not in my list on it.
I don't think so.
I think
I'm waiting for SAO. I'm waiting for
gosh,
World.
Sword Art Online, by the way.
Yeah, Sword Art Online. Season 3 should be coming out soon. I'm waiting on that.
Teen Titans Go.
I like Teen Titans Go. That's a whole different beast.
Titans, sorry, I watch that every day.
Oh yeah, I watched that with my kids. We enjoy that together. But they always complain it's not as good as the original Teen Titans. Yeah, it's a different tone.
Yeah,
Full Metal Alchemist, good call, I be loud, definitely.
That is awesome.
Yeah. If you like Full Metal Alchemist, what's it called? Brotherhood?
Brotherhood, the second one.
Mm-hmm.
It was basically, it was like they took the original story and made it more concise, but then they added more stuff to it at the end, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So they skipped some of the filler, and then, yeah, Brotherhood is probably the definitive way to watch Full Metal Alchemist. And that's a good one because that's more, it skips the usual romance. It is more about the love between brothers, you know, those family bonds. That one will give you the feels. Holy crap, will it give you the feels.
Did you cry, Yogi?
I did. On the inside. I may have gotten a little teary-eyed, but I held it back. Cause my wife is like would be like, it's a cartoon. It's like, no, this is serious entertainment. You cry in a live action thing. To me, this is just a serious live action film. Like I can't stand that people put that like it's just a cartoon. Like, well, if you're not immersing yourself in a work of fiction, why bother getting into it? It's like people that watch horror and they're like, it's not really scary. I just find it funny. It's like, if you were in a situation, would you be laughing? I don't think so. You had to kind of
never be in that situation.
Yeah, exactly. I hate that logic.
Oh, dude, I forgot about that one too, but I remembered it when I put it on my list. Tenga Toppa and Gurren Lagann.
Gurren Lagann, yeah.
The drill that will pierce the heavens.
That's another one I want to rewatch. It's a good one.
So good.
Really hard to spell if you're searching it. You may want to Google it and it'll tell you what the proper spelling is. But if you try to search it on certain apps,
just look it up the American way. Just put in Gurren Lagann.
It's AAW, isn't it?
For what? Tenga Toppa?
No, for the Gurren Lagann.
Gurren Lagann's RRNN.
Okay.
GURRENLAGANN.
That's it. Yeah. That's another one. I might say it's an all-time favorite. I was just disappointed that it lasts longer. Like sometimes the ones you want them to milk don't last that long, and then the ones that last long are kind of like disappointing at the end because they run out of fizz.
Like with that one, I remember the way my friend got me to watch it is he was like, "You're gonna love it," and I was like, "Why?" He's like, "Because it's an anime entirely about being manly," and I was like, "What?" He's like, "You have to watch it to understand." I watched it, and I was like, "I see what he did there."
Is it? Yeah, I can see that.
Kinda, you know, it's like,
yeah,
man up, do this. It's like, I'm
that's
not
true.
Into super mechs so much, but that is one of the main super mechs. I was just kind of like that. That's pretty astonishing. It's really good.
And the sniper girl, I always forget her name. It comes back to me every now and then, but she was like a bit of a tomboy. She kept picking on the protagonist. Like, come on, stop being a wuss. Really? Come on. There's another one I just got into. It's called Garrow. It's about these knights that fight demons, and that was kind of interesting. I'm enjoying that so far. There's lots of great anime out there, folks.
By the way, speaking of anime, you know what I heard is actually getting a reprisal?
What?
Digimon.
Mm-hmm.
They're bringing back Digimon.
That actually, I would like to see. Yeah, my family likes the Digimon.
So, like, for all the fans of the old, like, Garurumon and all that, it's coming back. Garurumon was, like, my favorite, so he's the main one I remember. But, yeah, there's going to be another Digimon.
What was that short series they had, a Digimon? One of the last series that came out with, it was, like, Digimon, not digital monsters, like, they had, like, these little, Digideck, what do they call them? Digidecks?
Platforms?
No, like, I know what you're talking about, because, like, it only lasted, like, I think it was 10 or 12 episodes. It was really short, but, like,
yeah.
The kid was in the city, and, like, when he used it, the Digimons all came to the real world, but there was, like, a cyber overlay of the real world.
Yeah, it was, like, some weird thing. They called it... I had the DVD somewhere. It was like one of those things you would find in the bargain bin for like $5 for all the episodes.
Yeah.
With like 2 or 3 discs or something. But that was good, yeah. I got the kids into that because we still do like the bargain bin dive where we like look for like $5 DVDs.
Oh, dude, like I love those, especially like one of the things I do like about my local shops, Goodwill has tons of anime and gaming books, and I can get them for like anywhere from 25 cents. I think the most I've paid was $2.50, and that was for like a second edition Player's Handbook D&D.
Is your Goodwill one of those Emporium ones that has like the connections and all that stuff in there?
No, like they're just that we got 2 local Goodwill shops, and then like if I go all the way to the main city, that's where we have like the factory kind of thing and the industrial one.
Because we have a bunch of Goodwills, but we have one called the Goodwill Emporium, and it's massive. It's like a department store. It's so big, and then it has like a job center as part of it too.
Yeah.
Like an annex for job hunters. It's crazy. Yeah, don't get me started. There's a lot of great things you can find in Goodwills and just thrift shops altogether. And pawn shops. Don't sell your stuff in a pawn shop. Never sell your stuff unless you're really hard up for money. Never sell your stuff to a pawn shop. But if you want to find deals, because they don't know what they're sitting on in pawn shops half the time. They really don't.
That's true.
But so yeah, you guys ready to start wrapping this up? We'll talk a little bit about video games.
Oh yeah, let's go video games.
Sounds good.
So Obi, what have you been playing? I know we've gone crazy with the anime.
I'm playing Minecraft right now.
Are you? Is that why you're quiet?
Well, I was just kind of letting you talk, man. I'm just enjoying being here.
What? So what else have you been playing besides Minecraft?
Of course, Counter-Strike. We just had the tournament here last week for the team, and I've been playing some of the Warships. All my sim games, definitely. Looking forward to
Car Mechanics Sim, I know. You play that.
Be looking forward to the American truck driving game that's going to be coming out. Hopefully it's going to be multiplayer so we can all play. People that can stand playing those games can play with me.
I mean, you sold me on Euro Truck Simulator. It's just, I don't know.
It's so buggy, dude.
I was gonna say that disclaimer was for me, folks, because we all know I'm not a very large sim guy.
Sim guy. No, you're not a sim guy at all.
Pretty well, I play the rare occasional sim. Very, very rare.
I love Sims. They do take some commitment, though, to really get full enjoyment out of them. Well, so we can't have our gaming verse segment without talking about the big things that have come out. And we talked about Rare Replay that came out. I'm waiting for there was some kind of mix-up with my order with Microsoft Store. I got to call them up. But I don't know what happened there. But if you had ordered, I think you still might be able to do it. If you go to Microsoft Store and you order it there, you might get a $10 or $15 gift card. And it's a $30 game. So, great deal.
Nice.
And, I mean, if for no other reason, HD remastered version of Battletoads with extra content, yes, please.
Right.
But and some people are saying Battletoads is not a good game. I'm like, really? Stop it. I know it gets really hard out of nowhere in that third level, but it is a great game, balancing aside. And Magic Origins, which you've been playing, right?
Oh my god, so good. So good. Been playing a lot of Magic Origins lately. Because, I mean, Hearthstone dynamic meets actual Magic the Gathering card play. A lot of people know I played Hearthstone for a little while. I kind of quit. And I've always loved Magic. I've been playing Magic since beta.
It's funny you mentioned that, too, because some people were saying that it's lacking the sense of progression and the economy of Hearthstone. And you're saying the opposite.
They don't understand the grind. As a guy who's played Final Fantasy 11, it's a little grindy if you want to go out and get your boosters, and I think. But
are you capped? Can you grind for as long as you want daily?
I do.
So you're not capped because, like, in Hearthstone, you're kind of capped.
I mean, if you're capped, I haven't found it yet, because, I mean, I can play. You can get your quests done, and then you're just getting whatever you make off of your battles, but I have yet to find a place where it's like, no more currency for you.
How much do you earn per battle without the daily quests? And
I mean, it's not much. It's like 5-10 coins.
And how much does like a pack cost?
A booster pack's like 120 coins I think it's 150 coins for a booster, 300 for the 2 booster, and like as you go up, eventually you get like a break in the price, like the more you buy at one time. But at the same time, it's not. You've played Heroes of the Storm.
Yeah, well,
10 gold a match with 10,000 gold heroes. I mean,
well, you saw my. I don't know if you. I think I linked you to my post where I shut down everybody that was saying that Heroes of the Storm is overpriced and it's a real grind compared to League of Legends. It's less of a grind in my opinion. I broke down all the math.
That's what I'm saying. Like it's kind of like that. Like because it's new, a lot of people are like, "Oh, so much grindier than Hearthstone." But I'm sitting here like, no, it's about on par with it, and I can keep up to 4 quests. I can do those quests. They keep it new and interesting. Plus, there's a single player campaign mode where you earn coins. Doing the tutorial gives you like 300 coins right off the top. And they give you a free starter pack that has a ton of cards to make decks in whatever color you want. I think except for like artifacts. I don't think I got enough artifacts to make an artifact deck.
See, I like making scrap decks. I like taking whatever I open from packs and making it work. So
yeah. And they give you lands right off the top, and dual color lands, so you can make 2 and 3 color decks. You could almost, if you put a little bit of work in, you could almost go as far as to make 5 color control.
So it's kind of like, remember that set they came out with? It actually come out with it a few times for different core sets. But you know when how they come out with the deck builders toolkit, that the coagulated cardboard box with the booster packs and a bunch of land, and then little compartments? It's like kind of like that.
That's what your starter kit is.
That's awesome.
The starter kit they give you is almost exactly like, it really translates well. And I think that
I love that toolkit. I love that toolkit, by the way. I love it because it's such a great place to put your extra cards in there.
But I mean, I knew people who played Magic Online, before Origins and stuff came out, where you actually had to pay full booster price. For a booster pack.
That's why I can never get into it, and that's like one of the most archaic interfaces out there. Right. So do you think does Origins more replace Magic Online, or does it more replace Duels of the Planeswalker?
I can honestly say I think that Magic Online has its own realm, because Magic Online did something a while back where you could actually trade out the cards you had on Magic Online for physical copies.
That's why the economy is like that.
Versa.
Yeah.
But I would say it's, as far as the way that it's kind of a free to play model, it's amazing.
Magic Online is more for like the hardcore.
Yeah. As far as will it replace Duel of the Planeswalkers, I don't think so either. I think it's almost its own niche, because the people who get Duels of the Planeswalker predominantly get it because they want to know what all's in the newest set, and they want to follow the lore through the storyline. People who play Magic Online are more than likely people who have large card collections in real life, so they can do that over interaction both ways. And I think this is a good start for the kind of casual player who maybe wants to get into Magic a little more, maybe play a little competitively. They're going to grind a little, but while they're grinding, they're going to be learning different mechanics and ideas and see what people are doing. It might also be a good place for people to kind of test play stuff, because like I have some cards that I'm pretty sure aren't in the new editions. They're from some of the older editions, so it gives me that feel of playing almost like a modern or a legacy.
Yeah,
it's nice. Like I think
because I'm a huge
have its own market.
Because I'm a huge fan of the DLTP series. The only thing I don't like about them is how they kind of move forward in some aspects and then go backwards in other. Like they'll have this killer feature like Two-Headed Giant or Two-Headed Dragon. Is it? I forget which.
Two-Headed Giant.
It is Two-Headed Giant.
And they have that in Origins as well.
And Planes Chaser mode or whatever that was called. Remember that one?
Planes Chase, where you go from different planes and each one had an effect. Yep.
Yeah.
Like I said, since beta, I've been around.
Yeah, and like they'll get rid of some of these things and then add new things. So like Duels of the Planeswalkers 2015 finally had it where you could actually build an entire deck from scratch out of the cards that they have in that game set. Mm-hmm. And I was like, wow, it's such a simple thing. Why didn't I do this sooner? But they got rid of so many other things. Which one was the one that had deck slots? Like, it had sealed play. I think 2014 introduced sealed play.
Draft mode.
Yeah, draft mode, and I love that. But then they monetized having to buy additional deck slots. So when you build a deck out of booster packs, you're stuck with it until you buy another deck slot. Like, I don't like that model so much.
Here's another thing I think people don't remember really. Like, if you have Magic 2015 Duel of the Planeswalkers, they did release it where you could get all these different cards from over the different years, but each one of those expansions was like $10 or $15. That's expensive.
Yeah.
And on top of that, now people are like, oh, well, to get into Magic Origins, I had to spend $25. It's like, yeah, but you spent that one time, and then you're not buying all these new expansion things that are coming out for 10 to 15 a pop. So
yeah, I think it's all like
less for it, you know.
It's kind of like, and let me make sure I get off of all games because I don't want to go over our time. But actually, yeah. Hopefully, this recording is coming out well. Hopefully, if not, we might have an incomplete file. But here we go. I'm gonna disconnect there.
I was gonna say, can I throw out one more game before we disconnect from all games?
Oh, too late. Well, we're still streaming. We're still streaming. We're still recording.
Fair enough. It will get mentioned. It's a game I'm really hype about that's coming out soon. It's going to beta soon, I should say.
Gigantic.
And I want to play so bad.
Gigantic.
Yeah, I want to get into the beta, and I want to play so bad.
I'm in it. Did I tell you?
You got into the beta.
You didn't get the invite?
Nope.
I might have. I don't know. I haven't checked. I need to check, but
I'm gonna try to get everybody in it. No promises. I'm not gonna pull a Thor DG.
I'm looking. I want to get into the beta because I know that they're talking about there won't be a NDA for the beta.
Yeah.
And that'll be phenomenal. I
retweet. We've been doing we've been going to their Twitter stream and retweeting and favoriting the stuff and asking them questions, shouting them out and stuff. Do that because a couple of our guys got follows from some of the developers and stuff. So.
Oh, that's amazing.
But yeah. So yeah,
I've been screaming about that game ever since I saw the PAX play.
Yeah, and it's gonna be a tough battle between that and Battleborn. I don't know which one I'm more excited about. It's really hard for me. It's really hard, but I gotta kind of lean more towards Motiga because they're highly engaged and approachable, and they're a smaller company too, and so it's like.
I mean, they've been doing so much right. Like I've been on a lot of YouTube lately, but I've been almost living on their YouTube page, the Go Gigantic YouTube page.
Yeah.
Because they're doing they're doing one at a time highlights of the different characters, abilities, playing, and they're even doing it with the Twitch stream. I mean, it's so phenomenal how they've been doing it that if you guys have missed it, I highly recommend checking it out. It looks so good. I'm hooked.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, I'd love to play it. Whatever.
Obi, don't be salty because
I done given up on that damn thing.
Dude, I'm telling you.
I'm telling you, if you get involved in what we're doing as a network and we have more synergy, rather than acting like individual people that do stuff under a banner, work together. Just don't rely on individuals like Thor. Thor's a great guy, but he's so flaky. He's truly a blonde, and no offense to the blondes out there, but he fits the stereotype. He's that guy that says, "Hey, I got you, man. I got you," and then a few weeks later, you're like, "Hey, so whatever happened to that thing?" Well, what happened was.
See, I don't know him like that, so I got nothing to say on that matter, but.
No, and I'm not trying to talk junk behind anyone's back. Thor knows that people have this issue with him. He knows it's an opportunity, and we still love him. But yeah, don't wait for him to do stuff for you.
I'm not waiting for anybody anymore. It's all good. If I get it, I get it. I mean, I really want to play it, but I don't get to play it early. I just don't get to play it early.
And then we have Overwatch too, and.
Yeah, that's another thing that I'm ticked off that I'm not playing.
Blizzard is usually really good about looking out for our people, but they're a bigger company, so I know they're going to miss people. But it's tough. It's tough. There's a lot of quality games that have similarities.
Blizzard, and maybe they'll come talk to you.
Don't be salty. No salty. This is a happy show, a happy time.
Oh, I'm not salty.
Happy clouds. We got less than 20 minutes left. So back to Magic Origins.
Mm-hmm.
I definitely gotta get up in this on Xbox and on a PC. Oh, the grinding is coming. I hope they have crossplay. That'd be really convenient. But yeah, between Steam and Xbox, probably not happening. But you mentioned Hearthstone, and I gotta say the Tavern Brawl this week. We gotta battle at least once. I battled against IB Loud in the Tavern Brawl because she's the one that put me onto the fact that you can actually challenge people in Tavern Brawl. And this week's Tavern Brawl is awesome. The way it works is whatever mana cost your minions are, when they get destroyed, it automatically summons a minion of 2 costs lower than it. So if you do, if a 4-drop gets destroyed, and granted, if it doesn't get silenced, because silence does work, and I was one of the first people to figure this out. If you kill a 4-drop, a 2-drop gets summoned automatically.
Dude, no way. No, I'm not doing. Nope. You play hunters. I play priests. I don't think so. I'm not getting aggroed out like that.
No. I don't. I'm priest now too. Priest has been my main for a long time. I was running hunter and priest side by side along with warlock too, but once they nerfed the starving buzzard, I don't want to play aggro hunter. Like, that's so lame. Like, and it's the only way you can play hunter. And I enjoyed the control hunter. You know, I hate that you're forced to play there's one flavor of hunter now. But actually, priest is really strong in this mode because you could go aggro with priest, run the sun clerics, run Northshire cleric, run.
I imagine druid. Like, this mode just seems catered to druid because all the innervate and.
That's what I thought, and I've beaten pretty much every druid I've fought, and right now I'm running a mage, of all things. Yeah, because you could do a mage that is aggro and also kind of like a handlock, where you have your sea giants, your mountain giants, and all that, and then you start overwhelming the opponent, and then I just run a bunch of silence. Like, I have the owls and the what's that one mage that does silence? I forget his name.
I don't remember. I always just use the owls.
But yeah, if you run silence, especially if you run you could do polymorph. Yeah, the sheep. Yeah.
Oh man, yeah. So with polymorph I could see.
Dispel magic too.
The spell magic is priest. So yeah, priest has a really good event.
Dispel magic. Card?
No, they don't have. Do they have it?
They have silence. I think they have polymorph.
Polymorph is the only thing they have. Shaman has hex. And priest has mass dispel and silence.
Right. Mass dispel.
Yeah. That's it. Yeah.
Priest has a really good advantage, except that I rather get a 2-for-1. I actually don't run any spells right now in this Tavern Brawl. It's strictly minions, so I get more value. So I run the owls and I run the mage that has the silence effect. The 4/3 mage, that's a 4-drop. Because then.
No, wait. Here's a question: when the creature comes out, like from the death summon, if you will, does its ability still proc as if you summoned it?
If it's a battle cry, no, because it doesn't count as a summon.
Okay.
But other effects that would normally trigger from a summon.
Well, I'm just wondering because I'm already thinking of what deck I'm gonna try and build to play you, because it's gonna be an uphill battle.
Death Rattle is really broken because you get the summon from the Death Rattle and then the summon that you get from the mode.
Yeah. And
you start filling up the board. There's a lot of fun stuff you can have.
So basically, spiders for the win.
Yeah. The ramp-up druid, I'm surprised that I haven't seen more ramp-up druid with the innervate and all that, because I would think, I think the reason it doesn't do as well is because a lot of people that are running the ramp-up druid are just getting big creatures in the deck, but they have no card draw, so then they start falling off. Like after they get countered.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, you would think like if we just start getting big creatures out and then buffing them and doing all this crazy stuff would be good. But like I said, the spells are pretty weak in this mode. I feel like you have to go fully commit to minions, because then you don't have to worry about being card starved. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's basically mono red, or red mono in Magic. It's all aggro.
Yeah, yeah. Yep, and you could go the hand lock kind of method and just go for big creatures that key off of how many things you have in your hand. So your Twilight Drakes, your Sea Giants. Well, Sea Giants are how many on the field, but you know what I mean. Just get those big creatures you can get out early, like turn 4 or 5.
Yeah.
Um.
Well, see, I imagine the key would be get ramp up like really quick, ramp up to a big creature, or like 2 or 3 big creatures, but then make sure you have a lot of under creatures so that, oh, I destroy this. Well, now you've brought it down 2 less mana to this creature, which has a death rattle, which will summon creatures. And before you know it, you're an exhibit meme. Yo, dog, I heard you like creatures. So I got this creature that spawns creatures that makes more creatures when it dies in this mode that gives you more creatures.
Exactly. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, you don't want to get overwhelmed on the board. I would say, honestly, I kind of want to rebuild my deck and go priest. But I don't know why. I know why I went with it. Originally, I went with the mage because I was trying to run the flame shapers. Not flame shaper. That's Soul Forge. Gosh, whatever they're called. The ones that every time you cast a spell, they shoot out fireballs.
Yeah.
But it just didn't work that well in this mode. And then I also like the mage's unstable portal, because that one, when you cast that 2-cost spell, you get a random minion in your hand. It could be any minion. It's just you get lucky, and it's like a Hail Mary. You'll get like an 8-cost minion, and it'll only cost you 5 because it costs 3 less to summon.
Oh, dude, I saw something hilarious a guy created with the unstable portal and like a 1-turn kill deck.
Oh my lord.
But it literally, the deck had 1 creature. So when he uses unstable portal, he knows what he's getting.
It doesn't.
It's all spell cards for 1 turn.
But it doesn't summon from your deck. It's a random minion period.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, they changed it. It may have that. I think that used to work. Yeah. Oh my gosh, you could have gamed the crap out of that. Cause mage, you could just make all spells and have 1 minion. Oh man, broken. Nah. It's a random minion period. So like I said, it's a Hail Mary because sometimes you'll get something really OP, and sometimes you'll get a web slinger.
Sometimes you get a Noyatron.
Now, Noyatron could be cool if you guys should keep it out.
Yeah.
What's that other one? The 0/7 2-drop that destroys all minions on the field if you don't destroy it?
I don't know. I haven't seen it. Is it from the GVG?
Is it?
No. See, I haven't played really a lot since GVG.
It might be classic. It doesn't fit into that goblins versus gnomes kind of motif. I think it's classic. It's like a fiery prophet type dude, and if he's just a 0/7, and if you don't kill him right away or silence him, he destroys every minion on the field. So if you put him behind a taunt, or it basically forces people to burn all the removal and stuff on him. You have to address him. It's pretty cool.
What if you mind control him?
It still destroys everything on the field. It's every minion on the field. So if you mind control him, you'd actually screw yourself over because he'd still be on the field. It's just on your side. That actually, oh my gosh, that'd be like the best sorry moment. Just emote them sorry.
Sorry.
Sorry that happened. Oops.
That's unfortunate.
The BM that people do with those pre-made those emotes. Oh man, I had a guy that kept going. Sorry, thank you, and then I beat him in the end. Like he had me down to 3 health, and he didn't realize I was holding on to like these cards that would heal me for like 8 health and 10 health. I was just waiting for him to put all his eggs in one basket and think I was down. And now I'm like, yep, I'm back up to 20 health, and I got the field loaded. How you like them apples? And I was like, well played. Well played. Well played. Thank you.
Tango Zulu, Whiskey Bravo.
Exactly. Oh, that tells you, kids, it ain't over until it's over. Never underestimate an opponent. Cause there's little subtle things you could do that one misplay could cost you the whole game.
Oh yeah, I mean, I used to play a one turn kill mage just because of that. Because people would like beat me up, and they're like, "Oh, sorry. Oh, that's unfortunate. Oh, sorry." And then I'm just like, "Oh, sorry." And they're like, "What?" And then I just hit the one turn drop, and it's just death from 20 to nothing.
Dude, it's kind of like when you put the Death Wing out and you think that you won. It's like 12-12, kills everything on the board, and now it's the only thing left. I'm going for the kill, and they're like, mind control.
Yeah, mind control.
No!
Sorry.
Because the Death Wing is a ballsy play, because it gets rid of your entire hand.
Mm-hmm.
So you gotta be sure they burned all their hard removal and whatnot. Oof. That'd be so painful. They like polymorph from mind control or hex your Deathwing.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, that'd be so sad.
I've got Deathwing. You have a sheep.
Enjoy. And then they ping it with a fireball just for added measure. Like, I'm not even letting you do that one damage to me. Oh, but folks, unfortunately, we have to start wrapping this up. This was going to be a shorter show, but we decided to go longer. Well, we're still on time because, yeah, pre-show doesn't count. That was tech troubleshooting. I do want to just let everybody know that before the holiday season, there's going to be a lot of big releases coming up. I know Obi was excited about. What was the game you were looking forward to, Obi? That's coming out is it September?
Oh, the one in November? Or?
No, November. We know that October, November, December is gonna be huge for gaming. But like, there was something that's coming out in September. Is it Halo 5?
Really?
No, seriously, I'm asking you. Obi.
He just okay. No, it's not Halo 5.
Is Rainbow Six Siege coming out? No, Siege is coming out in November, isn't it? What game is it, dude? Okay. Well. Also, you can't look forward to Halo 5 because you don't have Xbox One yet. I'm sorry, but you seem jazzed about it though. You said if you had Xbox One, that'd be like one of the games you'd get. Anyway, I know what's the other one that's coming out? Lego Dimensions is coming out this month. What else? There was something else. I know there's something big before the Division and Fallout 4 and Doom 4 and all those games drop. Well, Doom 4 is still next year. Ooh, so many games. Anyway, I know there's some stuff coming up. Just can't think of it right
now. Let's see, September. We got Mad Max, Phantom Pain, Super Mario Maker is coming out.
Oh, that's a good one.
Destiny: The Taken King, only at.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Mm-hmm.
That's gonna be a huge expansion right there. I knew I was forgetting something. That was the one. Bobby, do you have any?
No, it's not. That's not that.
I know there's more, but we got to start wrapping
Fallout.
up. No, Fallout
4.
Fallout 4 is December, isn't it? Or November?
Fallout 4 is in October.
Oh, it is October.
Yes.
But still, that's still fall.
Right.
We're talking about stuff that's coming in August, September. By the way, Obi.
Yes.
Do you have anything to plug? We gotta start wrapping up.
Guys, don't forget to check me out, Obi1x2, everywhere. Twitter. I'm on Instagram every now and then, especially when I get some roast con pollo. I hit Yogi up with a picture. But other than that, we stream Obi1x2. Remember here, guys, in a couple weeks, 48-hour to 72-hour stream. We're going to say 48-hour first, just because. But that's about it, really.
Veda, where can people find you?
Okay, so I'm actually going to do something a little different. I'm going to plug 2 things. One for me and one actually for someone else.
All right, go for it. You're on the clock, though. Go, 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 go.
That's fine. Number 1, I'm going to plug CSGO, Team Demonis. Check them out. Check them out on geekyantics.net. Support them. Make fan signs. Tweet them out. Tweet them to Obi. Let us know. Show some love. Other thing I want to kind of plug out there, you guys may not know who it is, but Linkwall on Twitch is going for trying to get a sub button again. Really good streamer. Really funny, well done content. If I could think of people who deserve a sub button, they're definitely one. So show Link and Lily some love. Tweet at them. I think they're at Linkwall or at Link Lily. Check their stream out. Show them some love, support. Let them know Fatal sent you.
Word.
And, let's try and get them that sub button. That's all I got.
And we love Link and Lily. And I say, it's funny. Months ago, I talked to them and I said, you got to be honest with yourself. Is this something you really want to do long term, or are you just doing it for fun? Like, well, we don't expect to make anything with it. And they should do. Be honest with yourself. Everybody needs to be honest with themselves. When you get into these things that there are labors of love, think about what your end game is. If you're really just doing it for the love of it, fine. But if your goal is like, you're doing Twitch and you say, I want to get a sub button, then be honest with yourself. But also think about other ways, because Twitch, don't let Twitch tell you what your value is. There's other paths like Patreon and whatnot.
They're doing their sub button mainly so they can get the video change options. They've even told people, don't actually sub us. We just want you to be able to control video options.
Yeah, and it sucks that's the only way you can get it.
Right, that's the biggest campaign. So, I mean,
yeah,
that's part of the reason I'm like, hey, awesome content, check them out. Plus, they're really good for smaller streamers. They're always kind of supporting them and just saying.
No, we love them. I like to give. Cause I talk to Link on the phone sometimes, and I bust his chops like, why aren't you running as part of our team like officially? Like he's doing it the hard way. Like if they were plug in, we could promote the crap out of them, and they'd have the sub button already guaranteed. They get the social media, just plug in, be part of the team. But some people gotta do it solo. I get it. But Linkwall, definitely a fan of them. I'm gonna keep busting your chop, guys. Your collective chops. But anyway, you can find Time with Tea Time everywhere that beautiful, fantastic podcast can be found, including, but not limited to, Stitcher, iTunes, Windows/Xbox Marketplace, TuneIn Radio, and Spreaker. Visit us at geekyantics.net/podcasts. Check out other exclusive shows and syndicated shows. And we also have archives over and live shows over at allgames.com. And, Google us, Time with Tea Time, Geeky Antics, see, stalk us. We're perfectly fine with it. You can see everything that we're up to. You can find me, I'm YogiZilla everywhere. And Geeky Antics is, again, Google it. We're easy to stalk. And that's it for today. Sorry about the technical difficulties in the beginning. And we're out of here. Right, guys? Any last thoughts? Later.
Hi, I love you.
We thank you. We thank you for every crumb, biscuit and cake you bring to the table. Because Doctor Who belongs to all of us. What you bring to the timey-wimey tea time in your live chat participation, comments, likes, shares, tweets and voicemail, all of it means the world to us. Love, true love, never fails. Do you like it? If you like what we're doing, well, tell us for God's sake. Shout it from the rooftops at geekyantics.net or call it in 206-415-4987. That's 206-415-4987. That's it. Bless you. So long. And thanks for all the fish. But on, it won't be that long, just a wee while, because the timey-wimey tea time will be back. We'll return next Saturday with fresh insights, questions and epiphanies about Doctor Who. And heck yes, everything geek. Maybe same bat time, absolutely the same bat channel, every Saturday.
Tiny, whiny tea time.